What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Bell Outright Occult Gaming, and this is Darksiders II Deathinitive Edition, and we are continuing our journey. And we left off last time. We conquered the Lost Temple, and we used our Maker Key to awaken several constructs. And here we're going to awaken the latest construct, Oran. Now, we did meet this guy before, but we did not have the Maker's Key. Alright, we just brought him back.
Who disturbs my sleep? A fleshling in a fool's land. You have the look of neither angel nor demon. When last I woke, they were the children of creation. But your kind, I do not recognize.
How long have you been sleeping?
How long? That I do not know. But I seem to be half my normal stature. The construct sleep, the stone wanders. Perhaps you might find my wayward self and return it to me.
How can I do that?
Take this.
Alright, we got Orin's Hearthstone Fragment. Orin, the Lost Warden, gave you his heart. With it, you must reanimate his body parts to make him whole again.
A piece of me to awaken the old stone and remind it of life.
What should I call you?
Oron is what I was called in flesh, but in stone, I have no name.
And of course, wardens like Oron were makers in life.
You will find my stones scattered across the forward lands.
Wardens like him are fully sentient constructs who are given the full soul of a deceased maker. And he did say something else interesting about angels and demons, as well as not recognizing Death's kin. And Death, of course, being a Nephilim, who is a combination of angel and demon. A child of the angels and demons. So, as we know, makers predate most of creation. I don't know if they predate all of creation, but they predate most of creation, which of course includes angels and demons. So that maybe clues us in on the fact that Nephilim are a relatively new phenomenon in terms of the overall the timeline from the beginning of time till now. Now, we do know Nephilim are incredibly long-lived, and they've been around for at least several centuries, likely much longer, but in the grand scheme of things, they at least are younger than makers and younger than angels and demons. And they only survive currently in the form of the horsemen, because of course Death and his siblings ended up pretty much wiping the rest of them out. Alright, and we finally found the means of getting up here. Or I should say, I finally found the way up here. That appears to be a possessed weapon. These guys are doing quite a bit of damage on their own. I'm not sure if that enemy was lower level or not. Probably lower than me, but not too low. Now the thing with Oran's mission is, you know, if it was possible, we actually could have completed it by now, because we've seen every single one of his body parts so far. But because we just technically got the mission, we have to go back and find everything. So we'll start that pretty soon. Right now, I'm just looking around for extra treasure chests and things like that. But we actually, even still, currently don't have the means to properly traverse a lot of these areas. So I'm definitely gonna have to come back. You know, we got just enough to get over there, but that's about it right now. Here are very weak compared to what we're at right now. There we go. And right here we're, which one is this? His leg? Right leg. Alright, so we got part number 1, his right leg. And that's gonna be the part that's actually closest to him. And as I'm watching this, I'm actually curious if like his parts actually are near him once you return them. Like if you could come back and his leg will just be like right by his body or something like that. That'd be interesting. That's something I'll try next time I play. Part number 2. Part number 2, is it over here? I can't remember. No, it's not over here. Yeah, this way leads to another puzzle we can't quite do yet. Yep, so we gotta go back. And once we go back on the to the big field, like to the area near the big field, we'll find the next part. We're basically just dropping these enemies by just running them over with the horse. So that's how much we leveled up in comparison. I actually did not catch what level we managed to get to. So I'll have to catch that next time I pause it here. Alright, and which is this? This is an arm, it looks like. Right arm. Yep. So both right limbs are over here closest to Oran. Alright, we're headed to the wide open field over here. No, on the other side, that's where we'll find his other two limbs. The left limbs. I love this area. Look at those mountains. I really like once you get out of the fjord area, how you don't have that blue tint to it. I don't really care for that blue tint too much. I think this area over here has a bit of a tint to it as well. Yeah, this area has like a... Is that a tint or is it just... yeah, it's a little bit of a tint. It's like a bluish tint. Alright, and this is actually something I didn't see before. We got a boatman's coin here. Right there. Man, somebody got their speakers really pumping outside. And they're just like sitting there. Alright, we got another stone soundbite. Stone of the Mystics. I feel like I came here already before. I think I got the treasure chest here, but not the stone soundbite. So go ahead and get that. Yep. It is a shame that you don't have the gun at this point, but it's not too bad as you have to backtrack a little bit. And there's actually something I missed last time I came here. Got everything but this soundbite up here. Completely missed it. But thankfully I was able to see it from just down below. We got 9 of those now. So we're headed now towards one of the next limbs for Oran, or Oron, whatever he called himself. think that was maybe another possessed weapon. Alright, and I don't believe I got this soundbite either. So we're gonna go in here and get the soundbite from this area. Or maybe I did get it. It's possible I already got this. And again, I do, I think, yeah, perhaps I remembered that I already got it. Alright, that's going to be the left leg. And we got one more limb, and we can go ahead and put this to bed. And we actually aren't too far from it. You know, I was gonna say, these episodes, the gameplay for them was recorded several weeks ago, and it's just my recording schedule is not ideal, so it's been very slow going on getting these recorded. So just wanted to say I do apologize if I forget things that may have just occurred, like maybe a previous episode ago. I'm going very slow with the recording of these, which is just something I got to deal with because less than ideal situations here. And we do have another soundbite along with that focus point I just got. Right above, right there. Alright, we're headed to our last limb right now. It's not too far now. It's gonna be near this optional dungeon over here, which I recommend you guys stay away from for a very long time. There's some nasty stuff in that dungeon. Stuff that'll really mess you up. Alright, we got the last limb, the left arm. So now we gotta return to Orin. There's no way we can proceed forward. And yeah, I'm warning you guys not to go there because I went there. And I did record my experience in that particular dungeon, and it wasn't pretty. It was not pretty. Alright, and because I didn't really explore this area earlier, I'm going to take the time to do that right now. There's some good stuff over here. And we see that treasure chest way in the back over there. There is a pool of water over here. Alright, and we're actually overdue for a gear check. Should definitely be gear checking right about now. Well, I probably don't do it for a little while, but we got some really good stuff. We just haven't checked yet. So we do have more treasure over here. I think there may also be a stone bite above. Right here. Alright, and I think we just got one area to really explore. And it's not over here. We pretty much got everything we could get from over here. But I like to be thorough, maybe do a double check sometimes. Probably gonna fast travel, most likely. There is another area I didn't visit, but I'm pretty sure I go to that later. So if any of you guys have already played through this and you're wondering why I didn't go there, most likely I was waiting until I visit the extra dungeon to get that extra stuff. So
I restored your forge and brought life to stone. But am I any closer to the tree? Tell me now, old one, or you may never get the chance. I hear the foundry is dangerous.
As is the tree, horseman, and the entire forest. That is why you must awaken the Guardian. But have you asked yourself why you seek the tree?
The Tree of Life is where I will find my brother's absolution.
The Tree of Life is a gateway. From it, one may travel to places undreamed of, whether a world of oceans and forests, or ice, or endless night. The tree exists there. It may appear different, yet it is the same tree, and its roots connect all the realms. The Tree of Life is not where journeys end, but where they begin.
alright, we got our achievement.
I have lived 1,000 lifetimes, but I don't have the answers you seek.
And that's our answer to a previously asked question about how old that guy is. And that's 1,000 maker lifetimes he's talking about. Those guys, they're pretty long lived. Karn himself is about somewhere near the realm of 500 years old.
Here is what you asked for.
Ah, thank you, horseman. You'll not be sorry for your trouble. This talisman will certainly help you on your quest. But I fear you will not break your destiny.
No, but I believe I might bend it a little.
What was old is new again.
Yep, we got a new talisman. Let's maybe take a look at it.
My thanks.
I do like to sell excess potions. Alright, we got a Grim Talisman. A maker known only as the Mad Smith forged this talisman using the arms and armor of slain warriors from the Dead Plains. Grim, as the talisman was named, was crafted to distill and concentrate necromantic power from the abyss. The Grim Talisman makes any weapon wielded by its owner build Reaper energy with every successful attack. So yeah, if you're into executions, but also if you're into your Reaper form, you definitely want to use that. I believe it adds to your execution ability. Yeah, you can tell I've kind of gone overboard with gear. Like, I haven't gear checked in a while, so something I definitely should be doing. We got a lot of cash too, so we can buy more techniques. And we took out Gorewood.
Gorewood has passed into the earth.
Then we have lost one of our greatest allies. Now, what will you kill next?
Yeah, any delay combos, I suggest getting those first because they're really, really good.
Now that one's my favorite.
We leveled up. We got combos. We're moving pretty good right now. We got quite a few combos and techniques now. And I'm just trying out all the new techniques I got. Alright, only thing we haven't done yet was return to Oran. And we still can't use this. So I'm wondering if this thing is even usable now. Because in the last, when I played this on a 360, I believe that was usable right away. Alright, so we got a lot of stuff to sell to the Smith Alia. Because I believe our possessed weapons maxed out, so we won't be able to feed it anymore.
Farewell for now.
Worry not, Maker. Now you
compass.
can find your way home.
This compass guided me to many wonders. To hold it again after so long, it makes me feel a mere 500 years old. Thank you.
Oh, he is older than 500. So we got new gauntlets, gauntlets of savagery, using the very bones of the demon he defeated. Unknown Maker crafted forge these weapons to celebrate his victory in battle. The wearer of these gauntlets is imbued with the demon's feral energy. The more damage is done to man. Like I really sucked at that. But I believe I actually don't know. I didn't use these for too long. Wrath cost minus 25%. Yeah, that's one of the things I hate about post commentary. You just do not know how long it'll take you to physically read something.
Browse around. We have new items.
Alright, so we can definitely sell the Dark Avenger. We haven't really used it and it's under leveled at this point. Possessed Claws, they are under leveled. There's no reason to really do anything with them. Well, I suppose, because I did say earlier that you can use them as a support weapon.
Valis will put that to good use.
Right now, you don't really need support weapons at this current state. Maybe later in the game. Alright, and because we now have the Gorewood Maul, we can currently use it. We don't need the Master Carcanos. They pretty much have the same role as a weapon, so you don't really need both of them. The rending axe, however, is very unique from either one of them, so
Valis will put it to good use.
that one you can hang around with. Alright, and when it comes to selling secondary weapons, you do want to sell them based on abilities, because you do want to keep some abilities around. So if you just got something that just, you know, no effects, just boosts attack power high level, you can maybe sell that. But if something has a really good effect, you want to keep that around. The same goes for equipment too, because you can feed your equipment to your possessed weapon to get those abilities. Extra Reaper energy. So no extra execute anything really. That's something I thought that Talisman had it, but I was completely off base there.
This should go nicely with the others.
We can definitely sell a bit more stuff. Don't know why I'm hanging on to this this common stuff.
Oh, sure, this key is special. Valis doesn't seem so impressed.
Aye, he mourns the loss of his friend.
Valis had a friend?
Och, aye, his great hammer, Splinterbone. It felled many a giant. But Valis lost it in a dungeon west of here, and it weighs heavy upon him. If you can find Splinterbone and return it to my brother, you will earn his gratitude. Mayhaps the forging of a proper weapon.
We can actually do that.
What was Valis doing in a dungeon?
We hoped to restore the shattered forge within, but it was corrupted and overrun by the sea vermin. We barely escaped with our lives, no thanks to Khan.
You let that pup guide you?
Aye. At the time we did not see the harm, but Khan would do anything to prove himself. I fear one day he will go too far. You will find the hammer just past the fjord. The Stone Father be with you, horseman.
Shadow Forge, that's the name of that dungeon.
Oh, just a pup.
It's a dungeon with it's a pretty short dungeon nearby. It's near the fjord. It should be over here somewhere to the north. Not the Drench Fort. Nope. Should be not Blackroot. Right here. This would be it. Yeah, I've been there before, but I didn't officially go into the dungeon. Yeah, something about this moment makes me want to record some BioShock gameplay. I don't know, I just felt that urge. Alright, we found the Shattered Forge. And now we just gotta get Valus's hammer. Got a boatman's coin down here right away. You can always count on finding those. Yeah, sometimes that happens there, where you just don't know where to go next and you accidentally find the way to go. So that run was pretty confusing. I like that camera angle. And we got treasure. Where could this be? Dungeon map. So at this point, I think the dungeon map is just kind of a tradition, a dungeon tradition. Because really, I don't see the need of it, especially in this dungeon. Like, there's not much to this dungeon. It's very straightforward, very short. This might be my first time using actual fist in actual combat. Well, on camera anyway. The fists are pretty good. I tend to prefer the heavier weapons, but fists are. I think fists are probably, on average, have higher DPS than the bigger weapons, because they just hit so fast. Like you're constantly moving when you have a fist weapon. Alright, so I just put that in the back of my mind, figuring we have to come back here later, because I don't see any other way to get past there. And there's really no reason to drop down here. And this is only here in case you fail to platform properly. You'll have to swim back over here to climb up. But otherwise, yeah, you won't really need to come here. But for the sake of exploration, definitely making sure. But once you get here, there's nothing to really do. Except crawl on them. Crawl and wall jump indefinitely. Alright, so we gotta get our inner Prince of Persia on right over here. That's always fun. Alright, we gotta get our Super Mario on right here. But also, I think this is a Prince of Persia technique. Alright, and we are good to go. So next we have more platforming, and this one's just straightforward. There is corruption down here. So maybe there is something else we could do. But nothing too obvious, so we'll have to figure something out later. There, and I see something shiny down there. Something that looks interesting. But yeah, we'll have to come back later. You know what? I don't think I did come back later. I think I just forgot about it. Yeah, that's something I gotta remember in the when I record more episodes. Something I definitely forgot about. Alright, so it looks like we're supposed to take that over there and bring it all the way back to the very first room. Is that even possible? No. It's supposed to get up there and throw it. Looks like there's like, yeah, you can throw it. Alright, we're just gonna make sure there's no boatman's coins. There's not. Alright, it appears I am still confused. Of course, there must be something. Must be something over here. There we go. Okay, so I'm wondering. Some type of angle. I was just gonna have to visit that again. Once I start playing again. Sweet. And we got some new platforming tools. Alright, got a bomb. And we took care of that problem. But of course, things aren't as easy as they seem. Like our lock on, for instance. Not as easy to lock on as one would hope. And you basically never want to be on the same side as your two minions there. So they are always the ones being aggroed. So at this point, we're pretty over leveled. I think we're at least level 10. We got another construct champion. They've been sending us these guys 2 at a time, so having just one of them, having them being so much lower level than us, is not going to cause us too much trouble. So, easy peasy. But don't let that fool you. If you have to fight them at the same level or higher level, those guys are insane, especially 2-on-1. So I do come across that problem in an episode to come. I just let him pancake you. Why not? Wow, I never knew that actually interrupted the champion. It's interesting. And so if he's the same level as me, that would have took down half my HP. And it's for power level. Or in this case, doing all the quests consecutively, pretty much.
Show me the way.
Alright, going forward, we got some more Prince of Persia type action here. Couple neato jumps. Above a bottomless abyss. The obligatory bottomless abyss. Alright, we got a fairly complex looking room here. All types of corruption and platforming utilities. And we got water too. I tend to jump in these bodies of water looking for secrets. Looks like we found one. That leads to another area. this take us? Mistake. You might be able to be fast enough to actually make that, but that wasn't what you were supposed to do. You're supposed to look backwards and take a leap. Nope. I'm definitely not fast enough, but there. Well, we still didn't really figure it out. There. So I obviously wasn't fast enough, but certain of you out there might be. Death has a pretty damn good throwing arm. And they do have a second tricky throw you can do here. You have to get that bomb over here somehow. Got a switch and a treasure chest in there. Alright, we might as well proceed forward. We'll likely go ahead and go back for that extra content in that room, but for now we got some treasure chests in here as well. Definitely stuff we could use. Alright, we dive under. Look for boatman's coins. There are none in this area, surprisingly. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, just gotta climb up a little bit. Now let us get over this obstacle here. And just looking around, seeing if we can find any mystic stone bites. No stone bites, but we do have these guys. I find it strange how the Sentinels just patrol like that. Because the dungeons normally seem so inert until you step in, but this dungeon just has active patrol. A little weird. Almost got pancaked. Alright, we got another Book of the Dead page. I think that was hidden behind some that's 8 out of 10. That looked to be hidden behind those pots there. Those vases. Oh man, looks like I'm doing the pancake. Yeah, these guys aren't too big of a deal. Because even if they do manage to damage me, I do have the axe of rending, and with that I get my HP back with every blow. So you basically seen me go through this dungeon without healing. It's all thanks to that axe. Because I have been taking some damage, but that axe has been giving it right back. Alright, we got our skeleton key. So this will likely lower the cage in front of us, which will allow me to drop. And this is when I realize, oh, that area over there, still haven't removed the corruption. And we're nearing the end, I believe. I think over here we'll definitely find what we're looking for pretty much. Yep, this will be that the hammer. Was it the splinter hammer? Splinter bone. In the hands of a skilled blacksmith, this hammer grants the ability to forge powerful weapons and armor. Return it to the Stonefather Vale. You might have said return to Val's, but it was scrolled by too fast. So it's not a weapon. It's gonna be in your special item slot. I did get a new mace though, which looks like one of those fancy schmancy Phantasy Star weapons. It looks kind of like what's the name? Not Kite. It was kind of like Sukasa's Wave Master staff from Dot Hat. Okay, so pretty much at this point I realized that I was about to leave the dungeon. I did forget about that other area with corruption, but I am looking for ways now to remove the corruption from this area. But if I remember correctly, it does take me a while to do this properly. So the way they design this is quite odd to me. Anyway, you have to pick this up. But because of my OCD, I gotta blow this up first, which is not easy. I actually forget if I give up on this or not. I still don't have it. So OCD went out. I think OCD seems to have lost. Anyway, yeah, stuff like what you just saw happens whenever you try to take that bomb from up there to down here. So it is there's a lot of obstacles in your way just to getting this bomb down here, and you do have limited controls. I believe if you use the dodge button, that it'll drop your bomb, which caused it to explode. So you just have to figure out a very clean way to jump down. Which is slightly more difficult than you'd think it would be. Okay, so we gotta, I don't know why I threw it over there. Yep, see, it's very easy for that bomb to fall out of your hands to get attracted to something, or to get attached to something. It's a very strangely technical little head scratcher. Okay, so we definitely gotta look below us, and this is probably the best way to fall right here. And now you can still mess this up. You can still mess this up right here. You really gotta be careful. And I've played this game before. This isn't the first time I've messed that up like this. I think I tend to do the exact same thing every time when it comes to blowing that corruption up above us. So it's not quite so intuitive, this area. You really gotta think about what you're doing. Okay, pick it up. Fall in the area where there is no corruption. Right, watch your footing. Get the proper amount of distance. And now we can throw. And hopefully we threw it in an area that it can blow the entirety of the corruption away, not just a small bit of it. So we got just enough of it to get the treasure chest, which gave us some rare armor, so not bad. Alright, and unfortunately I wasn't OCD enough to explore the rest of the area. And I did forget about the corruption, that other room that hid the other secret. Apparently I didn't see it. Maybe I just thought it was random corruption. I didn't see the shiny behind it. But now that I've seen it while recording this episode, I'll definitely go back to get it, hopefully. Hopefully I remember. Because I've only done the Forge Land so far. I haven't done the Undead area. And I think the Forge Lands are going to end up being maybe 2 more episodes worth of content. Maybe 3. Maybe 3 more episodes. Well, no, it'll probably be 4 more because I do have, I believe, 2 dungeons. I got 1 main dungeon, 1 side dungeon, and some other content. So that might end up being about 4 more episodes. Alright, so I think we're nearing the end of this episode. No, we got about 10 more minutes. 11 more minutes. Alright, so okay, I am level 10. Alright, so we got a few loose ends to take care of here. It looks like I'm looking for Oran, so I'm just gonna fast travel to Oran, I guess. So fast traveling to Stonefather's Vale was just pretty much pointless. Might edit that out. Probably won't. Alright, so yep, we got this Oran loose end to take care of. And there's actually a lot more to do in this area too. I currently don't have the means to do a few of the secrets. So we'll just come back here whenever we get everything we need to get to traverse this area. But for now, we do have Oran to talk to. And it appears all his limbs are here and accounted for. They just aren't currently attached.
There's nothing.
So maybe that answers my question earlier of, will his limbs just be here sitting around? Looks like they are. Alright, we got our mans together. Put them together like Legos. Or in my case, connects. That was my jam growing up.
Once more. Thank you, Fleshling. The Makers. I feel their despair. The corruption spreads, Fleshling. But perhaps there is still time.
Despair is a powerful force, Orin. and corruption even more so.
True. But there is a weapon against such things. The will of the remaining makers must be rekindled. The will to fight the surrounding destruction. They must be reminded of the wonders we are capable of. Have you heard of the Maker's Chronicle?
I'm afraid not, Old One.
It records our history, our lore, our songs. Memory of it has faded, but it cannot be lost. Ryder, it's no mere coincidence that you revived me. We must find the Maker's Chronicle.
We?
I am too large for secret places, but you are nimble and small.
Very well. Where can I find this chronicle?
It's been so long since I held it. I do not know where it lies. But if there is a shaman among the living makers, she will have the answer.
I will return with this chronicle.
Alright, awesome. So we got a new mission from Oron.
Found a shaman. To hold the Maker's Chronicle in my hands again.
And he obviously has memories of his former Maker life. So we do know a shaman by the name of Muria. So we're going to go back to her to get more information about this chronicle. Particularly this Maker's Chronicle. So really enjoying the game lore here. Definitely learning a bit more about the Darksiders universe. And this is a dimension that wasn't even remotely explored in the previous game, as the only Maker we knew was Ulthane, and we didn't really see how he fit in everything. We knew he was the smith that forged the Armageddon blade, but other than that, we didn't really understand who or what he was in this story of angels versus demons and balance.
What do you seek, Ryder?
The Maker's Chronicle.
I hardly know why you would be interested in the Chronicle, but your intentions matter little. It lies hidden, and even I do not know where.
Isn't there anything you can tell me?
Well, a lodestone could reveal the location of the Chronicle. You see, the artifacts were hewn from the same stone, and they will strive to be united again. Should you carry a lodestone, it will guide you to the Maker's Chronicle.
Where can I find one?
These stones are precious. They may only be used once. It will be impossible to separate the lodestone from the Chronicle once they are united.
I care nothing for its worth, and a single use is all I need.
Very well, but I need something in return. There is a dying species known as Shadowleaf. Its seeds have powerful healing properties. Bring me the Shadowleaf seeds, and I will point you to a lodestone.
Fair enough. I will find these seeds.
The creatures roaming the land enjoy eating Shadowleaf. You may have to carve the seeds from their bellies. What was old is new again.
That's pretty dark. Alright, so we got quite a few things to really keep in mind right now. These Shadowleaf seeds, we need to remember those. And then we need to remember to bring them back to Muria to get a lodestone that will actually help us find the Maker's Chronicle. So we can maybe just keep that to the back of our minds and proceed forward with the main quest. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that.
I have lived 1,000 lifetimes.
Was there a reason to talk to Kara? I don't think so. Well, we did get his compass right. Okay, we returned it to him already. And I think we did that in this episode, so that shows you guys my lack of good memory. We did get his hammer though.
Browse around. We have new items.
The hammer for Valis.
This should go nicely with the others.
And as you can see, these guys have these guys' weapons are not super good right now, but as soon as we give them the hammer, their inventory improves greatly.
Oh, it's you, horseman.
I believe you were looking for something.
Oh, Splinterbone! You found it! I don't know what to say.
I leave you to your work, Valis.
Should you come this way again, you may find items of even greater power.
Yep, this stuff is not very good. Well, it's decent. They do have purple items here. But yeah, I think war, or I keep calling war, I think death actually has some sort of he's amused by Valis for some reason. Alright, and that looks to be the end of the episode there. So thank you guys for stopping by. Take care of yourselves. Till next time. Peace.